Have you ever been so absorbed in something, perhaps writing, painting, playing music, even a deep conversation, that the world around you just melts away? Time warps, your sense of self dissolves, and there is only the doing, the being in that creative act. It is a sensation of being utterly lost, yet profoundly found. This is not about being absent-minded. Oh no, it is quite the opposite. It is about being so exquisitely present that you become the action itself. The ancient Taoists had a term for the principle behind this, a kind of secret source to not just creation, but to living itself. They called it Wu Wei. And as our text points out, it is often translated as non-action or effortless action. A paradox, you say? Well, the best truths often are they not? Lao Tzu, the almost mythical author of the Tao Te Ching, a work so profound your text reminds us it is second only to the Bible in translations, famously began by stating that the Tao we can describe is not the eternal Tao. It is a bit like trying to bottle the wind. The moment you think you have defined it, its essence has slipped through your fingers. This Tao, this way, is the underpinning of Wu Wei. As your text so clearly puts it, Wu Wei is that state of flow, that zone athletes speak of, where action happens without striving, moving almost effortlessly. There are no extremes, no worries. Now, Dyer often spoke about how our intention creates our reality. But this is not about a forceful, white-knuckled intention. It is more akin to planting a seed. You do not scream at the seed to grow, you provide the right conditions and then you allow. Wu Wei is this allowing in action. When you are lost in creation, you are not forcing the brushstroke, the word, the note. You are allowing it to emerge through you. You have set an intention, perhaps, but then you have stepped out of the way. So, what is this Tao we are trying to harmonize with? The text is wonderfully honest, saying that is a question we cannot really answer, and that the true Tao is an all-encompassing force that is beyond our comprehension. Alan Watts wisely noted that trying to manage things or trying to force them to conform to your will only leads to more frustration. You see, the Tao is like a great river, as your text later describes. Its true nature is vast and mysterious. Our attempts to grasp it are like trying to scoop up the entire ocean with a teacup. So, how do we live in harmony with it, especially in our creative endeavors? Your text offers clues such as stillness of mind, curbing the senses, being humble, and the cessation of striving. This is not about becoming a thoughtless drone, rather, it is about achieving a stillness of mind combined with action, being so present that your actions flow effortlessly without friction and accompanied by a razor-sharp focus. Think of the story of Cook Ting from the Zhuangzi, which your text so beautifully recounts. Lord Wenhui is amazed by how elegantly Ting carves an ox. Cook Ting explained that what he cared about was the way which goes beyond skill. He continued that now he approached his work by spirit, not looking with his eyes, because perception and understanding had stopped and his spirit moved where it wanted. He was not trying to cut perfectly. He had become so attuned to the natural makeup of the ox, so lost in the way of his task, that his knife, sharp for 19 years, found the spaces where there was no resistance. He was not imposing his will, he was dancing with the ox's reality. This is the art of getting lost in your creation. The you that is usually so busy directing traffic in your head steps aside. As the basketball player Bill Russell described it, it was almost as if they were playing in slow motion. That is the ecstatic focus. Alan Watts might call this artless art, where the technique is so perfected, it becomes invisible and the action flows from a deeper place, a place of Wu Wei. Watts encouraged us to make sense of change by plunging into it, moving with it, and joining the dance. This brings us to a core Taoist metaphor highlighted in your text: water. Lao Tzu said the supreme good is like water, benefiting all creation without trying to compete, gathering in unpopular places and thus being like the Tao. He also taught that whatever offers no resistance overcomes the hardest substances. Think about it. Water is soft, yielding, yet it carves canyons out of stone. It does not force its way, it finds the path of least resistance, or rather it is the path of least resistance. When we are truly lost in creation, we embody this quality of water. We are not battling the material, the idea, the block. We flow with it, around it, through it. Dyer often reminded us to change the way we look at things, and the things we look at will change. When we approach our creative work with the force of a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and we meet resistance. But if we approach it with the adaptability of water, we find openings. We find the big hollows Cook Ting spoke of. The Western ideal, as your text notes, is often about forcing and working harder. But Taoism, and indeed the experience of flow, suggests that true effectiveness comes from a different place, a gentle, intelligent alignment. So, what is the key to unlocking this state of being lost in your creation? Your text nails it: letting go. Letting go of the past, the future, the anxieties, the pressure, and especially letting go of the obsessive focus on results while you are in the process. When you are in flow, as the text says, you forget the results. It is just you and the task at hand. You are completely in the present. This is so resonant with what Dyer taught. He said that when you dance, your purpose is not to get to a certain place on the floor, but to enjoy each step along the way. The creation is the dance. Getting lost in it is enjoying each stroke, each word, each moment of its unfolding. Alan Watts explained this with his backward law, meaning when you try to stay on the surface of the water, you sink, but when you try to sink, you float. The more you anxiously try to control the creative outcome, the more it eludes you. But when you let go, when you immerse yourself fully in the process, trusting the way, the creation often finds its most authentic and powerful form. So this art of getting lost in your creation is not about abandoning skill or discipline, far from it. Cook Ting honed his skill for years, but it is about transcending the purely technical, the ego-driven striving, and allowing a deeper intelligence, the Tao, spirit, the universe, whatever name you prefer, to flow through you. It is about finding that golden path between anxiety and boredom, as your text so wisely puts it. It is in that space that we cease to swim against the current of life or our creative river, and instead, we learn to navigate its flow with grace and effectiveness. Perhaps the real masterpiece is not just the thing you create, but the state of being you inhabit while creating it. So the invitation here from Lao Tzu, from Watts, from Dyer, and from the quiet wisdom of your own experience is to dare to let go, dare to get lost. For it is often in losing ourselves in the dance of creation that we truly find the rhythm of the Tao and perhaps a deeper sense of who we are. What part of your life, your work, your art is inviting you to simply flow with?